Welcome back to Making Life Easier as You Age. Today I want to share a few low-tech solutions to common problems. I love sharing what I call low-tech solutions. Those solutions are simple, often have no price tag on them. They're the I could have had a V8 moments. Now, I love to read and I love to quilt, and when I first retired, I went nuts doing those two things. It was like a thirsty man in the desert and I just got water. Finally, at the time, I could do these things as much as I wanted to. So I went overboard, of course. I would read at the table while I ate. When my meal was done, I'd still sit here for another hour or two reading. Now, notice this. Notice the head angle when my book is flat on the table. Then I'd go and quilt for maybe 5 or 6 hours. And I want to show you the same head angle. Well, it didn't take long for the neck pain to begin. It took a little longer for me to figure out the cause of the neck pain because it was a gradual thing. So I called my daughter the physical therapist. Every family needs one. Told her what I was doing, told her about the neck pain. She said, "Get a book stand, Mom. There's your V8 moment." Well, find a book stand. They're about as easy to find as a bookstore anymore. So I made my own. You know, I paint everything, but it's just 2x4s and some scrap lumber. And now it holds my book up so I can read while I eat and keep my chin up, which keeps me from having that same angle thing going. Book stands are hard to find. If you can't make one, look for cookbook stands. They still have these clear acrylic stands. But no matter what stand you get or make, you need a way to hold your pages open. I just made a chain out of, you can see this, rubber bands and put them together at the end with a large paper clip. This holds your book open and it doesn't tear the pages. If you've been watching this series, you know I'm a big advocate of keeping your feet on the ground. But I also know that isn't always possible. I had a 2-step step stool that I used around the house for years. But I reached a point that standing on it and then reaching overhead to change a light bulb in a fixture made me very dizzy and I was afraid of falling. So I mentioned it to a friend and he said, "Well, get a step stool with a handle." There's another V8 moment. I didn't know they made them. Here they are. Great. Now I have something to hold on to when I'm climbing up, something to lean against while I'm reaching up over my head so I don't get dizzy, I'm not afraid of falling, and problem solved. Washing your floor can be very difficult if you've hurt your back or your shoulders. When this happened to me, I had to find an alternative solution to cleaning my floor. I discovered paper towels and water. If I couldn't use my back and my arms, I could definitely use my feet. And I found that this is a great way just to clean up little spills in between moppings. I'm certainly not the first one to think about using your feet for doing your floor. Remember that old Mickey Mouse cartoon where he's on a tugboat, he throws down the soapy water and starts skating with brushes on his feet? Well, you can even buy foot mops. These are slippers you put on your feet. They have a microfiber that you get wet. They even peel off so you can throw them in the washing machine. My last tip has to do with the good old Lazy Susan. Now, Lazy Susans have been around long before us. You can find them now in kitchenware sections. They're made out of plastic with this no-slip center. Some of them are made out of wood. Some of them are very attractive. But Lazy Susans can be used for far more than just the center of your kitchen table. You can certainly use one on your table for the things you need when you're there. But you could also use them on an end table to hold sewing or hobby supplies. They can be used on a kitchen counter to hold supplements. They could be used on a nightstand to hold medications. It's much easier to spin a Lazy Susan to reach bottles than to knock half of them over during an uncoordinated grope in the dark. You can use this for yourself or maybe an aging parent for whom you are a caregiver. Out here in my studio, I even made a Lazy Susan on top of this table that I use for painting. It's a lot easier to take a painting and spin it to the right place to work on it rather than leaning over and taking a chance of messing up a wet spot. Now these bearings for Lazy Susans, you can get at any hardware store in any size, so you can make your own to be as big or small as you like to fit your needs. You might remember this from the picture of the Lazy Susan with all the medications on it next to your bed. If you like to have water and cold water during the night, these little metal thermoses are great. The trouble is they're cold and they're slippery and we're not at our best coordination in the middle of the night. So cut a piece of the rubberized shelf lining and wrap it around and secure it with a piece of duct tape, and now you've got a non-slip grip and you're protected from the cold. Be sure to subscribe to this channel to receive automatic updates of new episodes, and post your comments on any low-tech solutions you have discovered that make your life easier. Until next time.